Um, at home, day 5 since actually day 6 since it's been 6 days since we've been home from the hospital. Um, Tomorrow, Dominic will be a week old. Still can't believe it. Everything's going by kind of fast. I don't know. It's weird. My days tend to mash together. Like I forget which day is which. Have to check all the time. What? Today's Saturday already? I had to check just now. I was gonna say Friday. But anywho, I was just going to do a video on everything, how everything is going now. My labor and delivery. Also, like I want to do a separate video with my hospital experience. And I also want to do a bottle review. Just go over a few things about like how everything's going for us being new parents. And I don't know if I should do his 1 week update today or tomorrow, so I might, like, most likely we'll do it tomorrow when he's actually a week old. But so here we go. Dominic was born on January 6th at 6:59 a.m. It's really funny because it's like a minute short of 7, but yeah, he was born at 6:59, and he weighed 5 pounds 14 ounces and was 19 inches long. And yeah, he's a little itty bitty baby, but he is just he's doing just fine. Everything's good with him. I'm small myself, so had a small baby. We're hoping he's gonna be tall. His daddy wants him to be a basketball player. But let's see. So I actually started contractions on Friday. I started having contractions on Friday, and they were 10 minutes apart, like the whole day. So I was like in labor the whole day. And I kept getting frustrated because I kept having people tell me, oh, maybe it's false labor. I was like, or they're saying maybe it's Braxton Hicks. I was like, these are not Braxton Hicks. I've had those for quite a while and I would know the difference. So like me and my boyfriend, actually like some of my mucus plug came out that morning, and then the contraction started. So we thought he was gonna come on Friday, and early in the morning we went to the park, which is right behind our complex, and we walked around that park for like so long. We walked around. We came back for an hour to rest because I was tired. Then we went back and walked around some more. Came back, and then trying to remember everything. I think my mom came and we walked at Tyler Mall. We walked around the mall for a long time. I did so much walking, but my mom was so, eager to come. She wants to see her first grandchild. She came over. My boyfriend actually ended up going to work. He had closing shift that day, so it worked out just fine with my mom coming and us walking around. Went to the mall. And we went to the Disney store and I was looking at stuff and I was actually like having contractions. I had a really bad one in there, and then I bought him something, so it's kind of funny. Like I bought him these little Monsters Inc. booties that look like Mike Wazowski. So I'll always remember that when I see them now. Oh, I was having contractions when I bought you this. But so we walked around the mall a lot. I was super tired. And then after that, my mom took me to the nail salon and paid for me to have a pedicure done. So I thought that was really nice. She spoiled me that day. So I had my feet done and just got them massaged and my toes painted. And so it was really nice. And then I was also really disappointed that things weren't picking up. There was a few times that they got closer, like 5 minutes apart, but then they'd go back to 10. So I was in labor all Friday, and then that night they got closer, and we thought we were gonna have to go, but then they spread out again. So the next day, my mom treated us to breakfast. We went to Denny's, and I was having contractions like every 10 minutes again. After Denny's, we went to the mall again, same mall, and we went into Forever 21. And no, right before we went in the mall, I had like a really strong contraction, and then didn't have another one for I don't know how long. I said, okay, I have to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and the rest of my mucus plug came out, and I was like, oh, now that's really, because at first it was just like brownish red discharge, and then this like that was Friday morning. Then this time was the actual mucus plug. I had Googled mucus plug before on Friday, and I was just like, ew. I was like, ew, I couldn't believe they put these pictures up. But of course, like, I wouldn't know what it looked like if they didn't. So I was like, this for sure is it. So I told my mom, and she's like, yeah, we're gonna go right now. We're going to the hospital. And so we had went, and my contractions didn't pick up. They were there, but they had got to like 5 minutes again, and they had me on the monitor and everything. And I was 4 centimeters dilated, and I think like 70% effaced. And I think he was at a -1. I'm not too sure. But they had me hooked up for a while, and I had some really strong contractions, but then after a while they spaced out to like 10 minutes or even more. So it's pretty frustrating that I was having that issue. I don't know what was up with that whole like 10 minutes and everything. But they ended up sending us home, and then my mom was gonna stay another night, but she didn't have a change of clothes, so we stopped at Kohl's, and me and my boyfriend stayed in the car. And while we're waiting for her to come out, I was having some pretty strong contractions, and she took forever to come out of the store. I mean, out of Kohl's, and then she finally comes out. I'm really irritated and in pain, and so we just went home. She was supposed to go to the grocery store next. We just ended up going home. We went home, then I sat down and relaxed, and my contractions got closer and stronger, and then she was like, we're going back. So it was only like an hour from when we left the hospital that we returned back, and this time they kept me. So yeah, I will show you the hospital had gave me this little bag like when I first went, and it has a stress ball. That really helped, because I was like, oh, I asked if they had a stress ball, and I don't know, just like thinking about it, I was like, oh, I want to squeeze like something, not a hand, but like something else. So like they got me a stretch ball, and it really helped. I love this thing. They actually gave me another one of these packets, but in this packet, I went to Kaiser. Awesome hospital. I'll do another video on my hospital experience, but they have this little it says Camilo Beckham, and it's a little like hand lotion, but it's lavender, because you know how that's supposed to soothe you and calm you down and everything. It has a little rose on top, and it smells really good. So yeah, this was in here in the little bag with the stress ball. There's 2 peppermints. So like, oh, they don't know when we're gonna brush our teeth. And then there's the eye mask for sleeping. I think there was something else, but I don't remember what it was. So yeah. So I had this, and then they admitted me. I was having sharp contractions, and so we walked around the hospital, did some laps. When I was there was really like nobody else there. This was a new hospital, and so it was pretty cool. Like we had the whole floor to ourselves or something. It felt really cool. So I was really comfortable. Um, Walked around a lot, and then we got in the room, and just a lot of waiting for the contractions to get closer and stronger. And oh my gosh, it was just like, um, it's funny how they say you don't remember, because I really don't remember like the pain, but I know that it was bad. Um, but I didn't take any Lamaze classes or anything like that, or breathing. So every time I had a contraction, they just went, like my mom and my boyfriend just wanted to make sure that I was breathing. And I wanted to get through this without an epidural. And what happened was I got all the way to 9 centimeters dilated. They said 9.5. And the contractions were just so much, and I was so tired because I had been in labor for like 2 days, because it started the day before, and I was just exhausted from everything. So yeah, you're hearing it, but I asked for the epidural last minute, very last minute. I'm surprised they gave it to me that I was dilated that far, and but they did. And I was really happy that they did, because after they did, oh, before that, I had the pain medication through the IV, and that helped too. Like started working within the minute they put it in, and that made me go to sleep. I actually went to sleep. It eased the pain. I fell asleep. My goddad had came to visit, and just everybody was up and waiting. And after a while, I tried to hold out on it, but I needed the epidural, so I finally got it. And what's funny is, of course, they don't really. I heard other people say like that the nurses and stuff would come in and keep bugging them. Oh, you want the epidural? You want the epidural? They didn't do that with me. They actually were like, "Are you sure you want it? You're almost there." And I was like, "Yeah." I was so tired, but I got it, and of course it took them a long time, because they go to the computer, start typing it in, and doing stuff. And while I'm waiting, I'm like, can I get it already? So I got it, and everything started like to feel so much better. I was so relieved. But yeah, the whole numbing thing, it didn't freak me out. Like I felt like I was really cold, and it did feel like the tingly numminess, but my legs felt really cold. And it's funny because I go to feel them with my hand, and I was really warm. So I was like, oh, crazy. Like to me it feels like they're on like they're like ice cold, but actually they're warm. That was of course just epidural. But I did feel like my stomach contracting, but I felt no pain. So, and then also the baby would move. He would move right before contraction, and my mom could see him moving, and she was like, "Oh, here comes another one." Um, Also, that was before the epidural. I would hear them say that, "Oh, here comes another one. He moves right before contraction." So I didn't anticipate it, and it would like hurt more, I guess, because I was expecting it to come. And so like, and also when I'd feel him, I'd be like, okay, I know when's coming. So like, yeah, then they came and checked me, and I was fully dilated in face, and they said, oh, he's right there. So then they said, oh, it's time to push, and they actually had to break my water before they checked. They said that it wanted to break. It was bulging, but it never broke, so they broke it themselves. They actually broke it before I got the epidural, and that's when things started getting worse. But so then it was time to push, and I only had to, it was really fast. The whole pushing part was really, it happened really fast. He came out within like a few pushes, and it was just amazing. Of course, I cried. Everybody, it was just really nice and emotional. So they right away put him on me, the skin to skin. Daddy cut the cord, and everybody was just like really amazed. My mom and my boyfriend were both there. My sister wanted to be there, but she was like 45 minutes away. She didn't make it in time. But So like, yeah, he was on me for a long time, just like doing the skin to skin bonding. They didn't even take him to weigh him or really like clean him off. And what was funny, right when they pulled him out and they were trying to wipe him down, it was a midwife that delivered. She was trying to wipe him down. He was grabbing the towel that she was wiping with. And then when she was suctioning his mouth, she said that he kept trying to grab it and put it in his mouth. And he came out sucking, like doing, he would suck his upper lip in. And he was hungry, I guess, because he had skin missing on his wrist that they said that he must have been sucking his wrist in the womb because he had sucked his skin off. So he's our little sucker fish. He really does suck, and it sucks when for breastfeeding because he has a powerful latch and it's just crazy. But he was on me for a long time. We had our bonding and everything. It was just really nice, and they didn't take him to weigh him and everything until right before we got moved to our other room. But everything went really well. I did tear a little bit because I think how fast he came out. Um, I just tore a little bit and had to get a few stitches, but of course I didn't feel it. Everything was it was really nice. I had a great experience at that hospital and I will go there again. But yeah, the nurses were all nice, and they actually took a picture of us right before we got taken to our postpartum, or yeah, like our other room. After they took a picture of me, the baby, and my boyfriend, and it was just really nice. So recovery it went really well, like the next few days, and then also coming home. We left the hospital um the next day. We actually left the next day, and just everything went very well. I see that this video is getting really long, so I would cut it. I will cut it here and make a part 2 and just sum everything up. But yeah, so glad to have him here finally, and that everything went really well, no complications, and I did get to have a natural birth. Just with the epidural. I'm proud of myself that I lasted that long. But so continuing to part 2. Thank you for watching. Bye.